Assalamu alaikum students. Let's study today chapter 4 of the novel Moby Dick. The novel Moby Dick chapter 4 starts with the sight of the whale, and in this uh, scene, Testigo, the harpooner, is sitting in the crow nest, and when he's sitting there, so suddenly he cries that there is a school of whales 2 miles east. As he informed the people, the crew members, a chaos broke out on the ship, and all the crew members ran in all directions. They are running here and there for the whale boats, for getting the whale boats, and then the whale boats were lowered into the water, and the harpooners and the oarsmen climbed down the rope ladder in the boats. There was a rope ladder, and they are coming down to the boats from the ship. Then suddenly they hear the voice of Ahab, and Ahab, when they hear Ahab, so then all the people are astonished. They are surprised to see 5 mysterious men in black dresses with Ahab, and Ahab directs them to untie the spear bows and lower them in the water. Now the three mates exchange confused glances. They see to one another in a confused way that what's the matter? Why? From where these strange men came? Where they were hidden? Why they were hidden? And why Ahab brought them suddenly to the front? So after this scene, then we see these mysterious men. Who are these mysterious men? But the people are so much surprised at who are these people. These people are total 5 in number, and the in charge of these 5 people is Fedella. Fedella is Persian, and he has a peculiar turban. From his own white hair, he has made a turban on his head. So from his own hair, he has made his turban on his head, and he has one tooth poked out between thin lips. So one tooth is out from the lips, and he is a dark-skinned man and a tall man. The other 4 men who are there with this Fedella, they are yellow-skinned, and they look like Philippines. They belong to Philippines. So these 4, from this sight of the whale and from the astonishing of the crew members by seeing these mysterious men, then we go ahead to the other Okay, students. So after lowering boats in the ocean and confusion about the strange men, after all they start their whale catch struggle. A struggle starts for whale catching, and in this, when all the boats are lowered in the ocean, Ahab yells Fedella to be ready. Fedella says, "Ready, sir," and the 4th boat is lowered for Captain Ahab and for these strange men, Fedella and his 4 men. And then now there are 4 wheelboats, and they are spread out across the water. Captain yells, Captain orders, Captain cries on every side, to the people on every side that spread out, spread out, spread out. And in this environment, now Starbuck also yell the people, "Row men, row! If your lives depend on it." So they're from every side. The captain is yelling, the Starbuck is yelling, and due to this yelling, a fast rowing starts. The rowing starts very fast, and they row very fast and fast. They are rowing. When they approach near the whales, so the whales dive in the water and disappear. Now, what happened with this disappear? So Queequeg says to Ishmael that this process of whales diving and disappearing in water is called sounding. Now, what is sounding? let's study this sounding in detail. Sounding, Queequeg says to Ishmael that it's sounding, and then Queequeg gives more information about the sounding. He says that whales can sound and stay underwater for hours at a time. At a time, for many hours, the whales can stay underwater, and they make their sounds inside the water. So the only hint of a whale presence is a mass of green and blue bubbles. When they sound inside water, when they take breath inside water, so blue and green bubbles are made on the surface of water. This quickly informs Ishmael that an inexperienced whaler can easily miss it. He cannot understand that here are whales, and he can cross that area, that spot, and he cannot catch the whale. So this was all about the sounding. When Queequeg gives information about sounding to the Ishmael, uh, now Ishmael also knows how to find the whales inside the water. Now other whalers, the Starbuck, the Stub, the Captain Ahab, they are experienced whalers, and they cannot miss the spot. Now here then uh, suddenly Queequeg yelled Starbuck that get ready. Queequeg jumped to his feet and sat on the edge of the boat, and the harpoon was shining in his hand due to midday sun. Then again, the Starbuck yells the Queequeg that there is one, there's his hump, get him, Queequeg, get him, Queequeg, shouted Starbuck. When the Queequeg started aiming that whale, the whale also understood that the people reached near me, they have approached near me. Suddenly, the boat shook violently. Violently, the boat shook because the whale smashed into them. The whale had come inside the water, and he was shaking the boat. And because though that whale which the Queequeg was aiming, that whale now was shaking their boat inside water, and all were tossed in water. All were tossed in the water. All fell down in water. Now, when all fell down in water, so how they were survived? Their survival became possible after 1 hour when they were rescued by the peacock. For 1 hour, they were struggling hard for their survival, and at last, after 1 hour, the peacock survived all of them. And this first attempt of whale was unsuccessful. When they came out from the Nantucket and they were in search of the whales, first time they saw a whale and first time they reached near them, but the whale smashed into them, and they all fell down in water. And the first attempt of this catching of this whale was totally unsuccessful. Due to this unsuccessful attempt, the crew was in low spirit at that night. All were much discouraged, and then conversation started about Fedela and his strange men. And in this conversation, Stubb asks Starbuck about these strange men. Starbuck replies that it doesn't matter if they don't come in their way. Means if they will not hit their interests, if they will not come in their way, if they will not hit their aim, and if they will not do anything against them, so it doesn't matter, they should come in. So then Stubb expresses his own views that maybe then Peleg and Bildad, it's Peleg and Bildad's plan that they have allowed Ahab that due to his broken leg he should not take part in whaling, and he should take his own team for whaling. Now, and then again Stubb says that he doesn't like this Fedela, and his men, because Stubb feels some danger, and he says that these people have the capability to see the future. Now, what does this mean, the capability to see the future? This we will discuss in the next chapters, and we will analyze them.